Holstein Association USA is honored to present Collin Peterson with the 2022 Distinguished Leadership Award. For 3 decades, the Honorable Collin Peterson was committed to advancing agricultural legislation in Washington, D.C. Known as the dairy policy expert in Congress, Peterson made significant contributions to the dairy industry through his selfless leadership. His dedicated service greatly benefited Holstein Association USA members, dairy farmers across the country, and the entire agriculture industry. From Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, Peterson represented the state's 7th district in the U.S. House of Representatives. He served as a ranking member on the House Committee on Agriculture from 2007 to 2011 and 2019 to 2021. He was chairman of the committee 3 times, most recently from 2011 to 2019. During his tenure, Peterson was involved with leading and drafting 5 farm bills. He initiated the Dairy Margin Coverage Program that was included in the most recent Farm Bill, applying his knowledge to develop a solid safety net for dairy producers. Throughout his 30 years in Congress, Peterson worked with farmers, local and national cooperatives and trade associations, and colleagues on both sides of the aisle. Alongside Holstein Association USA, Peterson was an advocate for national animal identification and introduced the National Fair Act, calling for a mandatory animal ID system to protect the health of the nation's cow herd. Peterson was a key contributor and expert on anything dairy-related during his time on the House Ag Committee, and his initiatives have touched many different facets of the dairy industry. During his time in office, Peterson demonstrated the characteristics of a true leader as he carefully listened to farmers, put in the effort to gain a deep understanding of dairy policy, and used his knowledge to develop legislation that made a difference. His unwavering efforts earned him the respect of farmers and fellow congressmen and women alike, and he was widely regarded as the go-to in Congress when it came to dairy and farm-related issues. Peterson's connection to agriculture traces back to his childhood, growing up on his family's farm. Although they did not milk cows themselves, he acquired valuable first-hand experience caring for animals and the land. Peterson worked with dairy farmers during his time as a CPA in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, from 1968 to 1990. He also served nearly 10 years in the Minnesota State Senate. Peterson says he's experienced the ups and downs of the dairy industry, but through it all, one truth remained: the hard work dairy farmers and their families put in every day. And dairy farmers across the nation are fortunate to have had former U.S. Representative Collin Peterson in their corner during his time in Congress. Join us in a round of applause, congratulating Collin Peterson as the recipient of the 2022 Distinguished Leadership Award.